Hi there. Peace and love to you. It's Larry Podzoid Podzabinski at you again. More about the complications of treatment for schizophrenia. Today I saw my primary doctor type, nurse practitioner, but she's good. And so we had a long talk about, the back condition and what I've been through with it, and just to know what it's from. It's from the antipsychotic drugs. It moves me to tears when I listen to some music I found on my feed on YouTube from a country rock artist, country music rock art influence artist named Mary Kutter, 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 Mary Kutter music at Mary Kutter music on YouTube search engine, if you know what I mean. But the song about Big Pharma and how I can't forget the coal mines. They hit a gold mine, RX meds at our expense. It told us on 6 feet of side effects, and it explains what's going on with me, my back condition from the big pharma drugs caused by treatment for schizophrenia. I proved to her, and she doesn't doubt it. My primary. So she had great compassion on me, and I was weeping at the time I was telling her about something because it tears me and shreds me inside. Just to know that it's caused from being responsible and taking the medication I had to stay well with the schizophrenia, rather than let it control me the way it had been previously 30 years ago. So after all these 30 years now, I'm crippled in the back, and my life will never be the same. I'll never be able to walk normally again anywhere. I can't stand for very long. I can't be transported very far without additional medication. So I sit too long, so I was in tears, and she said actually her next patient after me canceled, so she has extra time. So we talked a long time, and she was very kind and compassionate to me, and she said people who've been through way less than me are like a lot more bitter and hateful than me. They turn out after all their life, like mine is gone, or like similar. Not as worse, she said. They get that way, bitter and hateful. And she said, I don't get that way. You don't get that way, she said. And I said, well, finally she said it a couple of times, and I had to tell her, I said, I attributed it to all the psilocybin mushrooms, magic mushrooms I did back in Tampa, where I grew up, in high school and college, in the years 1974 to 1979. Every summer, all summer long, as much as we could do. So, and she said she believes it. And I said, that's why I don't have any depression. We were talking about my second book, that she's read my first book, and she knows I'm not the psychotic, profuse person I was because of the medication I do take to control the medication, the illness. But at the same time, it destroyed my back. So I'm on different medication now, an offending drug. So it shouldn't get any worse, hopefully. But she understood that they do research. Now, my second book we were talking about. She has a copy to read, but she's just about when she finishes what she's doing, just going to get around to reading it. And it's about the psilocybin and the fact that I don't get depressed. Has to show any signs of depression clinically to any psychiatrist over 50 years now, since those days. Well, I attribute it to the psilocybin, and what they know about it is a treatment for depression nowadays. It's like 43 or 47% of people who get one dose of psilocybin a year later are still depression-free. That's amazing efficacy of the treatment, the efficiency, the effectiveness of the treatment. So there were supposed to be treatment centers in 2025 in Colorado for you to get psilocybin, the last I read last year. So I don't know about that. I don't need it. I had enough back then to last me for my lifetime. Was the whole point of the second book. One point of it, or 2 or 3 points to the whole story. Threads that kept revolving, weaving in and out of the story. It was a commitment to write a second book after the Xanax withdrawal I went into, from being ordered off it by the psychiatrist of 20 years who was leaving the area under suspicious circumstances, being run off by the government for writing those kind of drugs. So she told me I have to come off it, because I said, who wants me off it? She said, the government. So she was in some kind of trouble. She was an immigrant, and it was 2019. I never know what ever happened to her. But I wish her well, though. She was a very great psychiatrist. So anyway, the primary two said about the pain clinic. I said I got the pain shots, 10 shots in my mid back to my lower back, and a couple of weeks later now, and it's working where I can get pain-free. Like I'm pretty pain-free now sitting here, except a little higher than where he hit with the shots. But I need to tell him that when I go back. But so she said, do I take the tramadol she gave me? And I said, it's not refillable. I reserved what I got left for the ride to the pain clinic because it's an hour and a half away. So I can't go that long in a car. So we recently went half that long way and back, and it was starting to bother me on the way back. But so I'd take one with me if I could try to go that far away. But that's how I told the pain clinic we know it's working if I can get there without having to take anything else. So far it's working wonderfully. But so she said she would refill those if I have to take one occasionally. And I said there are times where I had them, I would take them on when I'm reason in pain and not wanting to go to be put to bed from the pain and sit here and do something constructive on the computer instead. So she said, well, she can refill those once in a while if I need some occasionally. So that's even more comfort to me. But she was more worried about me being isolated socially, except for my home aid is my own social outlet. And she told me, took her glasses off and told me it's important that we socialize just for our mental health. So I said, I know this, but all my best friends have died and nobody else will come around to visit, because you can't smoke here, and people, I don't care because I don't smoke. But so whatever. I just maintain here alone, isolated outside of my home aid 3 days a week, 4 hours. So, well, I don't know who that reflects on and what that reflects on, but she acknowledges that the legitimacy of the scoliosis curvature of spine being caused from the antipsychotic drugs. She doesn't question it or doubt it. There's the point of this. So, and that's the status update for here. 7 minutes, exactly. Thank you for your interest.